everyone. Welcome to our panel, The Redux Project, remaking movies on a shoestring. To my left is Richard DeDomenici.
I'm going to leap right in and start talking about The Redux Project, which started by mistake in 2013. There I am, New York barman number 2, and you can see I'm breaking continuity by walking from left to right in every shot, so it's all about being subtle in my bad acting choices. So, as you know, Austin has lots of amazing movies filmed here. Blood Simple, Dazed and Confused, Machete. Last year we came here to do some research. This is us on the set of Alita Battle Angel. I met the star Rosa Salazar. There's me showing her my Alita Battle Angel glasses that I made. They ended up doing it all in post. Anyway, the film that we decided to try and redux in the end was Office Space. Hands up if you've seen Office Space. Okay, for those that haven't, there may be some spoilers. Office Space came out in 1999, a great year for films. The Matrix came out that year, Fight Club came out, lots of films about men in crisis. Office Space does not pass the Bechdel test, I don't think. It didn't get released in the UK in the cinemas, so I didn't find out about it until a few years later. And it's developed a cult following ever since. And I think it was probably an inspiration for the British TV show The Office, which came out a couple of years later. Anyway, it's very famous for the printer smashing scene. I just want to warn you that we had a very low budget. There's no printer in our Redux, basically, so I'm just going to prepare you for that. The world premiere of Office Space Redux, it lasts 4 minutes, just so that you can plan your day. Office Space Redux, here we go. Is it possible to put the lights down a little bit?
Oh shit.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Do we want to ask Henry what he thought of the Redux quickly?
That was great.
Thanks!
That's my participation on this panel, everybody.
You
Thank
can go now, Henry. No, please stay.
One other thing I'll say, though,
Right,
that was in my head that whole time, because one of the things that we do at the Alamo is show famous movies in the places where they've been filmed. We were trying to do an Office Space screening at the Initech office, and they will not let us. They're not very happy about that at all.
I thought it would be a good idea to film on a Saturday because there'd be less likelihood of security guards. Yeah, this is Initech.
Wow.
When the building was finished burning, it was all constructed here.
Oh, that
and all
was actually here.
That was actually here.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but on the other side.
Drink a lot of wine for this.
That's why I bought that wine.
This is the moment where we find out whether they have security.
Thanks, Kate, for editing that footage. You might recognise Ryan as Michael Bolton.
It was great. It was fun just running around town. It helped that I didn't actually have to talk.
In thanks for your work, I'd like to give you this miniature plastic Oscar statuette. For the 6 hours that you donated to the project on Saturday. Thank you, Ryan. And we went to 10 locations all around Austin. Another member of the cast, Fry, works for a prosthetics company, Henry, and and also the other cast member, Van, lives in Dallas. So I'm thinking with Fry and Van's expertise, we can Redux Robocop.
Perfect.
Robocop Redux is inching closer and closer. And I think straight after we filmed, Fry was so excited about what he'd just done that he went straight to a shop and bought a DVD of Office Space. So you're welcome, 20th Century Fox. See, this is the monetization opportunity that we've been looking for. There's Kate as Milton, and actually if you look very closely, you might not be able to see it, but on her tie it says Milton, because I got the tie in Milton Keynes, the British town where Superman 4 was filmed instead of New York. So it all links. This is the actual printer we think was in Office Space. Released in 1986, it was Samsung's first colour laser printer, and the only one we could locate was in the Samsung Innovation Museum in Seoul. Kate did ask if we could borrow it for this Redux, but they didn't say no. Kate, do you want to talk about Mike a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So we reached out to Mike Judge, the director, just on the off chance. And he actually sent us a lot of location information, and he's very, very polite.
And we think we've got some unique information that isn't on the internet yet about locations of some of these places, so we've incorporated that into our work this week. And it was a magical mystery tour, wasn't it, Ryan? We go to one location and I text you all where the next location was, and then we go there. The typeface that I used is Skater Girl. It's not exactly the same, but I wasn't able to find out the typeface. We should have asked Mike. I like trees. I recognise personally that trees are a good thing for the world, but the Redux Project as an entity hates trees because they grow. And the weather was really nice on Saturday. It was too nice, and I had to spend a lot of time in the printer smashing scene desaturating the sky. The baseball bat is from H-E-B Supermarket, $4. The shirts are from a charity shop in Watford in the UK. I brought them with me because we only arrived on Wednesday night. We didn't give us much time to source props, so I brought some of those with me. I do try and source props locally where possible. Chotsky's exterior is now a Chase Bank. I do like the way he palms the bit of paper in a minute. Look at that, look at that! It's magic! An outtake involving the ditch.
What did you call it?
Action! Not you. But it didn't quite work. I couldn't quite leave it in, sadly.
Keep going. You're overacting a little bit.
I didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah. Here are some reduxes I want to do in the States. And I've recently been doing some more independent research that's not on the internet. I found this guy who was in both Robocop and Rotor. He's given me some amazing information. There's a great interview that I did with him. The picture of the telephone that Scott, that we met the day before yesterday, found on the set of Office Space. It was burnt in the fire and he's got it in his toilet. Is that true? Yeah, he was good enough to share that with us. This is from the Salvation Army. We got this morning, asking us if we still want to film in their location.
Can we go back and record before you put it on YouTube?
I don't think we've got the budget to go back. This is me making Kate iron the shirts
On
for
International
on
Women's
International
Day.
Women's Day. Yeah. The wine, after we use the box for the signage, looks like a bag of liposuction fat, which makes me want a Redux Fight Club. We need to go to LA for that. It's inevitable that the counterculture will be absorbed into the society that it opposes. We are getting closer and closer to the mainstream. The duration's getting longer, the budgets are getting bigger, actors from the original movies are beginning to come back and reprise their roles. We're getting endorsements and assistance from the original directors. The premieres are beginning to happen in cinemas now, so it's slowly becoming embraced by the very thing that it was designed to critique. This is our first American Redux, and I hope that we get to eventually take it to LA, which is the spiritual home of the project. It will end there, either with me getting sent to jail for copyright infringement or being recruited to film the next Transformers franchise. Henners, I'd basically like to thank you for sending out this tweet.
I'm glad it worked.
And to thank you, I've brought you all the way from the UK. This is a Twin Peaks bar. It's like a British copy of a Toblerone. It's in the legal grey area, a bit like the Redux project, in that they had to change the design to this, because Toblerone were going to sue them. And it's not related to the TV show, which I would like to Redux, actually. Me and Kate would really like to Redux Showgirls, if anyone lives in Las Vegas. Unfortunately, this shot we can't replicate very easily because they built a hotel in front of the pyramid. I've been looking for the shirt. The nearest I've found is this. It's not quite shiny enough, so if anyone can help with that, do let me know. Here's a corridor in London where I'm planning to Redux 2001: A Space Odyssey. This is the first attempt. I was drunk when we did this, but it's going to be better. Fighting Mad Redux is going to be the official next American Redux. It's a Peter Fonda film, and the Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art in Bentonville, Arkansas, would like me to come and Redux that film in 2021. Afterwards, if anyone fancies it, we might go outside. We've got some props to remake a clip from a film that was shot in the convention centre, Idiocracy, which was Mike Judge's follow-up to Office Space. That will take about 5 minutes, I reckon. The Redux will be online tomorrow at that address. I'll play the Idiocracy clip whilst Lisa asks if anyone's got any questions.
Oh, we've got a question.
Hello.
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 What's your name and where'd you come from?
Hi, I'm Gloria. I'm from New York.
Cool.
I thought this was really interesting. It really feels like film tourism, but film history as well. Have you looked into location-based entertainment, where you can see the scene, or you can bring up your footage
I've thought
and
about
license
this.
it?
Yeah, specifically for New York actually, because there's so many points in New York where several films intersect. And I've been thinking what would happen if you were using 360 cameras or AR potentially, that you can then kind of experience in the space itself. And what happens when two movies clash? And I think New York would be the perfect place to try that, so yes.
Interesting. And then you're recreating all these scenes, camera angles, everything. Are there things that you've learned that you like to apply?
I really hope that I'm learning how to become a filmmaker by doing this.
I think it must be.
We'd quite like to make Showgirls 3, wouldn't we?
Yeah, there is a Showgirls 2.
There is a
by the way.
Showgirls 2.
It's not good.
Because we've got a theory about Showgirls that the whole film makes sense if Nomi is actually an escaped sex robot.
Who's trying to pass as human, then it becomes a good film.
The whole movie makes perfect sense. It's actually a great movie. And so that might be the premise of Showgirls 3. Also Rotor 2. So yeah, I like to think that some of it's rubbing off, theoretically, if you copy. That's how you learn, isn't it? I hope so.
Very cool. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Gloria.
As someone who works on a variety of different immersive projects, it is supremely fun to do. It's like the ultimate immersive experience. So then if we do your VR Redux, that's really exciting for me as a cultural producer. There is huge potential.
Please do follow all 7 of these social media addresses. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you.
Redux, with a classic Bolt director.